my channel. Just lost JC here or whatever. I'm really hot. It's really hot today, and I actually did really have fun dancing that, so it's a bit sweaty and that, but you know, it's alright, it's okay. So this video is going to be about dyeing your hair or getting some color. So everyone that knows me in real life, and probably on this, I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel, but I've always said if I was ever to dye my hair color, it would be black. Like, color has never been of interest to me. It was not my cup of tea. It was not something I was interested in. But things have changed. Now, whether I'm gonna do it or not, you know what I'm saying, that's another story. But I then started looking into hair, so I'm gonna put the picture that inspired me wanting to dye my hair. I just thought it was like the cutest thing ever. Just the tip, like just the tip dyed. I was into it. And another thing that made me want it is because I think that would even look good with twists. Because in the twist, it would just be like the tip, you know what I'm saying? And obviously you guys know this is how I wear my hair majority of the time. So I was like, even with twists, it would look good because it would just be the tip. The thing that's making me hold back is the fact that I am trying to get my hair thicker, and dyeing the ends, that's just a recipe for thinner ends. Let's be real. Even though it's just a tip, and eventually I'll trim those off. That's like the amount I want to dye is the amount I would cut off in a trim. Like, it wouldn't be anything substantial. And I think that's actually a pretty good way to get into dyeing or bleaching my hair if I wanted to. So I started doing some research, and this video is for those of you guys that are thinking of dyeing your hair, particularly bleaching or going to a lighter color or lifting color, and for those of you that already have your hair dyed or just spur of the moment was like, let me bleach my hair, let me do this color, and now you're like, how do I take care of this? Don't worry, boo, I got you. So tip number 1, do not do it yourself. Now, we all know I'm the queen of DIYs. I love a good DIY. Don't get me wrong, I love DIY, and honestly, I probably would have tried to do it myself, and honestly, if I do it, I probably will try and do it myself. But honestly, like, truly, factually, you should get it done by a professional. Even if you're probably doing a little tip or whatever like I want to do, I think the best thing to do is go to a professional, because they have worked with different types of hair textures, especially a professional that deals with natural hair. Yeah, not just a random professional that deals with other people's hair mainly, but a person that has dealt with afro kinky hair, because they have worked with different textures. They know how much bleach or lifting or whatever the process takes for you to get the color you want, how much you can do in one sitting versus how much you should spread out over time to maintain the health of your hair. So do not do it yourself. It pains me to say that. It really hurts my heart. Obviously, those of you guys that have already done it, well, what do you even need me for, huh? Another thing that you should know about hair dyeing is that it can affect the curl pattern of your hair, especially if you are natural like myself. And I noticed that it actually affects the ends of the hair, and I'm sure this is because the ends of the hair are the most processed parts of the hair. Not the most processed, but the oldest parts of the hair. So it's the most worn down, if anything. So those would be the quickest parts to damage. Just like when people have heat damage, when people have color damage from bleaching or dyeing their hair, usually it affects the ends more, so you can really see it in the ends. But yes, it can affect your curl pattern. So this is why I recommend going to a professional, because dyeing your hair, especially if you're trying to lift color or go to a lighter color, will take multiple steps to get the desired color, the lighter you want that desired color to be. It should not be done in one sitting, and I find a lot of people are very impatient, or they see the picture they want and that's what they want. But if you're my hair color going to like a blonde or something like that, you shouldn't do it all in one go. You should work step by step to achieve the optimum color, so that you can protect the health of your hair. And especially if you're doing a lighter color, that means like higher volume developers that you're going to be using, as well as a longer processing time. So if you're going from really dark to really light, it's gonna take a lot of chemical and a lot of time, and you don't wanna try and pack that into one sitting, because that will damage your hair. Listen to me, listen to me. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is protective styling. You guys know, you know that I love talking about protective styling. It's very important, especially if you have dyed your hair. Once you have dyed your hair, you know that you have to take better care of it. You have to really look out for it and take care of what is going on with your hair. So protective styling will definitely be able to save the ends of your hair, especially okay, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, so when you're protective styling, you should do this more, because think about it, wearing washing goes all the time, or your hair out all the time, when your hair is more susceptible to dryness because it's dyed, your hair is more susceptible to brittleness, damage in general. Protective styling is really going to be crucial for you if you dye your hair, because you want to give your hair that time to recover and to recuperate, and it's constantly going to be in the recovery and recuperating stage because chemicals on it. Like that, you've done what you've done, or we have done what we have done, and so that's the process. While your hair is dyed, what you're going to be doing for your natural hair journey until I guess you cut off those bleached ends is maintaining the health of that section. It's an ongoing, never-ending process. So with that being said, you really want to look into protective styles that you really like. Me that likes twist outs, two-strand twists. I think that even dyeing the ends of my hair would not be that bad, because I wear my hair mostly in protective stylings and I do not have it out most of the time. So I think that would be better, but it's up to you what you want to do. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, so yeah, really look into protective styling, braids, weaves, twists, and it seems a little like counterintuitive because you got the dyed hair so that you could wear it out because you think probably that'll look good with your hair out and the washing or whatever, but most of the time you're gonna be protecting those ends in protective styles if you want them not to break off. The next thing, I gotta stop doing this accent. Help me please. The next thing is deep conditioning. Everyone should be deep conditioning their hair in general, in gen chem, you know, but for those of us that are a bit laxadays, you know what I'm saying, or a little bit lazy or whatever, if you dye your hair, you're gonna have to up the ante, you feel me? You're gonna have to bring it up. You're gonna have to slam dunk it every time, bro. Ow! Ow! You have to deep condition your hair more. I know I saw somewhere that people even say every 2 to 3 days. To me, that's like washing your hair a lot. This is coming from someone that like washes and does all deep condition, all that to my hair once every 3 weeks. So I mean, to go from once every 3 weeks to 2-3 days recommended, I wouldn't do that personally. If I dyed my hair, I would deep condition, especially since I wear protective styles a lot of the time. Once a week, maybe twice. Or no, once a week or once every 2 weeks. That would be an upgrade for me from what I do. But if you do want to wear your hair out most of the time and washing goes and all that to show if you're dyed, sis, you're gonna have to be doing it once a week, maybe even twice a week, depending, because you really, this is so crucial, guys, especially if you're lightening your hair. The moisture is key because of the processing and the stripping of the hair. The hair is very dry, and dryness can cause breakage. And I'm assuming that you dyed your hair because you wanted to wear it out and you still wanted it to look good, not because you were like, I want to figure out a way to ruin my hair indefinitely. So I'm gonna dye it. I'm gonna bleach it. We're gonna bleach it, and I don't even want to see it. I'm gonna bleach my hair. It's gonna be blonde for 2 days, because by the 3rd day everything will be broken off and I wake up with it on my pillow. That's what I want for my life. I don't think anyone that dyes their hair blonde has that in mind. I think they're like, I want these highlights because it'll look better out, or give my hair more dimension, or whatever the case may be. They don't want to wake up with it on their pillow. You feel me? So because that's the aim and the goal, I should suggest that you would deep condition, up the ante on the deep condition, keep that hair very moisturized. Okay, next thing you're gonna have to do when you're caring for your color treated hair is shaping or shifting the products that shape-shifting the products that you use to products that are more conducive to maintaining the color that you want. So if you went blonde, obviously if you're going from darker hair to blonde or lighter hair, yeah, there's an orange readiness that happens. And I notice especially with like people with natural hair, when they dye their hair, a lot of times they end up with an orangey brassy color. So you need a shampoo, like a, is it a purple shampoo, I believe it is? Yeah, purple shampoo. It's gonna remove the brassiness. That's what you need. If you dyed your hair, if you bleached it and then dyed it, let's say red, then you're gonna need a shampoo that's probably sulfate free, because sulfates would tend to strip your hair of everything that's on it, including the color, making it fade a bit quicker. So you wanna change up products that you use to maintain the color that you dye. You don't wanna see the color coming out and being all over your floor. Not your floor, I'm sorry, your shower. when you dyed it and you want it in your hair. So you're really gonna have to start looking into the products that you use. So this might mean for the product junkies out there, ding ding ding, you get to go shopping. For the people like myself that do not like spending money, you need to go shopping. See the difference? Shopping. Shopping. The next thing that you have to look into is trimming your hair, and that is very important when you have dyed your hair, because I don't know, you just want your hair to look good, and split ends are pretty much unavoidable, I would say. So basically, did I just switch accents? I did. Anyway, so basically where I'm from is Brooklyn. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to trim your hair a little bit more often than whatever. Split ends, unavoidable, they're gonna happen whether you dyed your hair or not. But when you dyed your hair a little bit more, so you wanna look into that. So you really wanna make sure you trim, and that's another thing that I'm thinking about while I'm thinking of dyeing my hair, because I only want to do the tips or whatever. So if I'm just doing the tips but I'm trimming my hair, like, would that just be in there for like 2 months or whatever? Like, how long before I trim everything off? So that's that. Help. Anyway guys, so that is my video on color treated hair, dyed hair, bleached hair, everything that you need to know. Simplistic, basic version, simple 101, bleaching, dyeing hair for dummies. This is that video for you. Let me know down below if you have dyed your hair, the experience that you've had. Did you experience texture change? Did you experience more dryness? Tell me your experiences, because I've watched a few YouTubers that have dyed their hair, and at this point all of them have cut off all that dyed hair and been happy that they've grown it out. So yeah, I'd like to know from a freshly dyed person what your experience is with it. Are you over it? Are you in love with it? Would you do it again? Would you recommend other people do it? Let me know. And I know that henna is a way to dye hair, but with darker hair it's a bit hard with henna to get a lighter color. But if that were possible, girl, I'd be on it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.